This is the battle-scarred Budman after taking heavy incoming on the phones this morning on the hottest topic on a great Friday edition of Bud Hedinger Live. And I tell you what, I've got a rant and a rave about what happened on the show this morning regarding my take on Governor Rick Scott and the Republican leaders of the Florida Senate and the Florida House getting together and signing off on a rule that will limit protests at the state capitol in Tallahassee to business hours. You want to protest at the Capitol? You want to come inside the Capitol? It's got to be during business hours and no weekends. Now, I have a fundamental problem with that. They did it, they say, because Florida Department of Law Enforcement said they had $172,000 in overtime with police protection from a 31-day protest at the Capitol last summer. Now, that protest is a cause I didn't believe in at all. It had to do with folks who were angry about the Zimmerman verdict and wanted to put pressure on the legislature to gut Florida's Stand Your Ground. But the issues are irrelevant here. My problem with what the governor and the Republican leaders of the legislature have done is this. They are limiting public access. They are limiting Floridians' constitutional rights to petition their government for redress of grievances and to peaceably assemble. All of that is enshrined in the state and the federal Constitution. And these occasional sit-ins, regardless of what the cause is, are about as fundamentally American as anything could be. So I have a fundamental First Amendment issue with this. As for the cost of the police protection, I think that's just an excuse. They didn't like this particular protest, but now they've shut down the kind of universal access there ought to be in our free society for people to seek redress of their grievances, to petition their government, and to peaceably assemble. And that's why I took the stand against this as I did. A lot of you don't agree with me. A lot of you got doggone right nasty. But that's okay. I can handle the incoming. I'm going to patch myself up and be back at it on Monday morning. I'll look for you then on the next edition of Bud Hedinger Live right here on FM 102.5 AM 540 WFLA. Join me.